Today I will be talking about how the humanities can be seen in environmental sustainability. Three main examples are the Lorax, My First Summer in the Sierra, and photographs. We all know that the Lorax is a children's movie, but it teaches us about pollution, climate change, deforestation, and more. In today's society, deforestation is devastating, and it also impacts the animals that live in those habitats. Deforestation also affects the climate. If there is less trees or no trees, soils are drier and there is less absorption of greenhouse gases. This can relate back to productive citizenry. If we are conscious of our actions and choose to consume responsibly, we can help in small ways with the environment. The cinematography helps develop the main message of the Lorax. The acting of the actual Lorax is to incite guilt into the watcher, and we also can see the actions of the Onceler and his desire for money. We know these things are happening in today's society, but we fail to do anything about it. Productive synergy goes hand in hand with respect for our environment and ourselves. We depend on the environment. Without it, we do not survive. The video aspects are also important. In many scenes, they show the aftermath of the Onceler. This again is supposed to get people to feel guilty and spark desire for change. You can see in the movie when they chop down the trees, the smog in the air, the gross water, and the reckless consumption of thneeds. This quote, "I meant no harm, I truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads of the thneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more thneeds. And I biggered my money, which everyone needs," is a good example to show the mentality of corporate businesses in today's society. Biggering is not something everyone needs. Moving on, I will be talking about Ansel Adams. Ansel Adams was an American photographer. He was also an environmentalist. His most popular photos are from the West in Yosemite National Park. Through his photos, he tried to promote conservation of the wilderness. He used a realistic style, a more pure way of looking at nature. In landscape photography, Ansel strived on the idea that the land will speak directly to the photograph when it wants. No manipulation to get the best picture, but only to allow the environment itself to show you its true beauty. The photographer has no notion on what makes the picture good. This can relate back to the human experience. The human experience is carved and sculpted by everything we do and choose to interact with. Wouldn't our human experience be better if we chose to allow things to happen in our life naturally and not to change our notion of what makes our own life good, but just to simply live? Ansel Adams is a good example of postmodern thinking, more specifically, self-reflection. Being able to reflect on our actions and what makes us human is the only way to enhance our experience. The way Ansel thought about his photography can open the door to how we think about our experiences and impact on the environment around us. These two pictures, the first one being Cathedral Rocks in Yosemite, and the second one, Half Dome in Merced River in the winter, both show the environment naturally, not manipulated for the best shot. Both of these were taken in Yosemite National Park. Next, I will be talking about John Muir. John Muir was a mountaineer and a writer. You might know him from his popular John Muir Trail out west. He was known as the father of the national parks. He was an influential naturalist. From this quote, "I'm losing the precious days. I am degenerating into a machine for making money. I'm learning nothing of this trivial world of men. I must break away and get out into the mountains and learn the news." We can see how he was trying to break away from the idea of what the good life was during this time. To go to school, work, make money, and be independent. This was the good life, but John had a different answer to this enduring question. He believed that all of humanity had a connection to Earth. "I am degenerating into a machine for making money." This is the mentality of our society, to always make cash no matter what it means it takes, not using renewable energy, deforestation, and pollution. All of our actions are tied to what we survive off of. Muir used the word degenerating, to decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally. He believed that us as humans had more purpose, more morality, when we looked after nature, when we practiced sustainability. Live with nature, not try to destroy it. John Muir talked about his problems in the 1840s to the 1900s, even after he passed away. His concept was still prevalent. We still face these problems today. African performance art shares this idea that the good life isn't individual. It's a combination of our ancestors and history. Muir believed that nature was at the source of everyone. The African performance art believed that the human experience is a physical experience. You need to be in tune with what's around you. To Muir, the best physical experience you could get is when you're alone in the woods. Understanding our impact on the environment is key to progress being made for sustainability. I will finish off with one of John Muir's quotes, which still rings true today. When one tugs at a single thing in nature, he finds it attached to the rest of the world. And here are my sources.